Yeah, we're really excited. Chief Mackey comes to us from Palm Beach, Florida. We did an extensive search, and here he is. He's going to be our fire chief starting somewhere around April. So we've got Chief Purchase, who will finish out in January. We've got interim Chief Tobin, who will take over until April, and then Chief Mackey will be here, and he will lead this fire department. So we have the best fire department in the world, and we're really excited for this leadership to come and to have stability in leadership, and we're ready to move forward. So we wanted to tell the world. Well, welcome everybody. This is an exciting day. We even have our Chief of Police here as well, so thank you for being here, Chief. So for those who don't know, I'm Andy Schor. I'm the mayor of Lansing. You may have figured that out in the last year. So thank you for joining us here at Fire Station 1, our downtown fire station. It's an honor today to announce that we have selected a new fire chief. We went through a very intense process. We had a committee selected, and they made the choice, and they brought to me the choice. They brought to the Fire Board of Commissioners the choice, and then brought to me one name, and that's Chief Michael Mackey out of Florida, actually, coming all the way to Michigan from Florida. He joins us from Palm Beach, where he served with the Palm Beach County Fire Rescue since 1988. He's been chief the whole time, right? Okay, so Chief from Palm Beach. I'm confident that his leadership is going to be a great asset to the city of Lansing, to our residents, to our visitors, to the department as a whole. We have several of our folks here, and Chief's going to get to know the rest of our firefighting department. Our current interim fire chief, Chief Purchase, who is also with me here, he will be here through the end of January. He has done a fantastic job as our interim chief, getting us through to what we're going to have as a new permanent chief. So we thank Chief Purchase, and we're going to have a few months of a gap between when Chief Purchase leaves and when Chief Mackey comes on. So our Assistant Chief Tobin, there he is. There he is. He will serve as the acting chief in that median time before Chief Mackey is able to come on board. So I'm really excited. Clearly, we've gotten to this point where we're going to see some stability here in the fire department at the senior level. And I want to invite Chief Mackey to say a few words and to welcome him to Lansing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor Schor. It's an honor and privilege to be able to come to Lansing. I have worked for Palm Beach County Fire Rescue for 30 years and have worked my way up through all the ranks. This is an exciting time in Lansing, and to be given the opportunity to lead the fire department is a great opportunity. I'm very appreciative. My wife and family will be moving up. I'll be starting in April. So I also want to say that Chief Purchase has done an excellent job. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you so much.
And we'll thank Mother Nature while we're at it, because we're welcoming Chief Mackey from Florida. It's 30, 35 degrees out. You know, this is how it is all the time. Don't worry. So thank you, Chief Mackey. Chief Mackey, again, was selected as our top candidate through our interview process. We wanted to have somebody here who was on that interview process to speak a little bit with the media and with the folks who were here. Pastor P.J. Anderson of Space for Grace Without Walls United Church of Christ served as the Lansing resident representative on our interview panel. So I want to invite Pastor P.J. to come up and say a few words.
Good morning, and thank you to the Honorable Mayor Andy Schor, and to for the opportunity, and to Bishop Maxwell for the opportunity to serve on the committee that is bringing Chief Mackey to us. And you've already know that we have the greatest fire department in the world, in my opinion. Men and women who put their lives on the line every day to help all of us. One of the questions that was raised at the interview process was about the weather, because it is very different here, just a little bit different here than it is in Florida. And it gets a little bit colder than 36, just a little bit, not much. We've been very blessed this year to have a very nice winter. And so we welcome you. It was an opportunity of a lifetime to be a part of the interview process. The chief-to-be interviewed very well, was very calm, and at some points very humorous, recognized his wife and his family who have together agreed to be a part of our family here in this great city of Lansing. Thank you again for this opportunity to speak. Thank you, Mr. Mayor Bishop Maxwell, and we wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, thank you, Pastor PJ. We appreciate all your work on the interview panel. Next, I want to introduce Eric Weber, who's the International Association of Firefighters Local 421 president. Clearly, we work very well with our union, and it's a great partnership between the mayor's office, between the fire administration, and between our firefighters and union members. So, Eric, if you would share a few words.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Schor. You identified something very serious and honest, and that is that the mayor is working with us as a union. For that, I want to say thank you, but to Chief Mackey, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you, sir.
But we look forward to working with Chief Mackey. Pastor PJ just had said family, and I appreciate you saying that, because truly we are a family. Chief Mackey, we welcome you to our family. We look forward to work with you in collaboration, learn you as well as you learn us. Done a little homework on you as a little bit down in Palm Beach. Great regards from the local, IFF local in Palm Beach, and we hope to keep that legacy going. We are excited about working with you. So on behalf of the men and women representing the local, welcome. Thank you for coming to Lansing, and we look forward to your leadership.
Thank you. Thank you.
As I mentioned, thank you, Eric. As I mentioned, our current interim chief has taken a lot on. We sort of pulled him out of retirement when we asked him to come to Lansing and be the fire chief here, and he's done a great job. He's done a fantastic job. We have him for a few more days, but then he gets to go back to retirement, which I think his wife is happy about. But I do want to thank Chief Dave Purchase and welcome him to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. I started this interim job July 1st, and I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. But what I found was probably, I would agree with PJ, one of the finest departments around. The bones of this department run deep, and they're very well put together. And we have probably the most dedicated firefighter group that I've ever seen. And I spent 38 years in the fire service, and I was honored to be asked to be here. I was honored to be asked to be on the interview panel to select a new chief, because I feel like I have a personal stake in this department now, and to see it move forward and continue the great tradition of Lansing Fire. I am extremely pleased with the selection of the committee and the fire board who reviewed the results, and the mayor's final selection. Chief Mackey comes to Lansing with a tremendous background and list of credentials, and I believe he will be the best person to lead this department going forward. I couldn't be more pleased, especially for my firefighters over here, who just eat up the leadership here that I think the chief will provide. And I'm excited, and thank you, Mayor, for the opportunity. I'm grateful for this opportunity. You have a great city, and I have to say, the mayor's slogan of Lansing's time is now, I truly believe that Lansing Fire's time is now as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your service, Chief Purchase. Thank you, everyone up here. We have many of our senior fire personnel here who do just a tremendous job for Lansing every day, just day in and day out. All of our firefighters who do an incredible job. You know, whatever the emergency is, we saw an ambulance kind of pull in as we were doing this. Whatever the emergency is, if it's fire, if it's ambulance, whatever it is, we appreciate everything you do. We do have the best fire in the country, as far as I'm concerned. We are very proud of the service that we provide to the city of Lansing, whether you're a visitor, whether you're a resident. So we will continue to do that. We're excited to have Chief Mackey take the leadership of the department. So thank you all for coming today. I'm happy to take any questions from the media, and I'm sure any of these fine individuals up here also are welcome to take questions one-on-one. So thanks for being here today.
He's got a lot of energy. He's very methodical, soft-spoken, which is good, but he is excited about coming to Lansing, and we're excited to receive him. So my understanding in Palm Beach County, Florida, he's done great leadership there, and they've been appreciative of it. Their union have had some communication with them, and they have touted him as a collaborative thinker to work with the union. So as he enters here, I think with us and representing the men and women, is that we have a seat at the table, and we can come out with the decisions, and he can learn us, and we can learn him, and then he'll implement some changes that are within the history and the culture of Lansing Fire. And what that goes to the citizens is that we are doing this collaboratively together.
Yeah, it was an interesting story. Actually, one of our captains from Palm Beach County Fire Rescue came here and was teaching on critical incident stress debriefing and was giving classes. He came back and we were having lunch and he was just raving about how fantastic Lansing Fire Department is. And at the time he had said, well, because they're going through a transition, Dave Purchase, the chief now, is only staying till January. And he said, well, my chief is retiring from Palm Beach County. Wouldn't it be pretty interesting if he came here? So we kind of talked back and forth, and then I put in for it when it came. I was able to, went through the process. I just fell in love with this place overnight. But we were going to, my wife, we were going to retire. We wanted to go somewhere where it's cold. She's from Louisville. So this just worked out perfect. So far, all I've done is I've read all of the policies, the SOGs of the contract. And when I come, it will be the first 90 days will be me learning and writing and being with the men and women in the fire department and working together with the local as well.